Hey, what's going on? I'm D-Revolution, poet, author, entrepreneur. I've recorded 3 spoken word CDs. I've written 3 books, 4 screenplays, and I've been studying storytelling for 30 years. And the purpose of this video is to give you guys an idea of how to write a book, how to write a story, and the do's and don'ts. And I'm going to share with you some of my experiences. My first experience when I first started to write a book, well, let me back up a little bit. So when I first wrote my first screenplay, I was in love with film and I wanted to write a script. So I just sat down and started writing and didn't write an outline or anything. I just sat down and started writing. What I didn't know at the time that would become a trait for me. I've never written an outline in my life. Because I speak directly from the heart. So when I write, I guess technically, virtually, I make an outline in my mind, because before I sit down and write a story, I think about the story first. I think about it a while before I even sit down to write it. And I would suggest to most of you who's thinking about writing a story, start at the end. Know how your story is going to end before you sit down and write it. That will help you go through the process of the story, and you know exactly where you're going. You know exactly how your story is going to end. And that, I don't know if with me writing for so long, it's easy to me because I've been doing it for so many years. But it's a suggestion that basically saying, if you think of a story, if there's a story you want to write, know that how it's going to end first. It's going to help you with your writing ability. And I guess for me, writing a story without an outline, it's kind of like a freestyle rap. You're able to freestyle a story. So while you're writing it, you may go in places that you never thought you were going to go in the story because you didn't write an outline. Now, I think the couple of times when I first started writing and I considered writing the outline, it was hard. It was hard because I tried to stick to that outline, but that wasn't what the story was. It made it difficult because that wasn't where the story was going. So I would suggest, I think the best writing ability is having freehand, freestyle writing, and just write. Don't feel like that you're cheating yourself by writing that outline. What you're doing, you're freeing yourself up and you're allowing the story to write itself, which is more powerful. Writing the outline is going to limit you, in my opinion. It's going to limit you on the story because you're going to stick to the outline. But once you let your mind roam free, the story is limitless, And remember, the reader can't go anywhere. The reader can only go where you take them. And once you learn how to do that, I don't know if it just became something for me where it just happened. I don't even think about it online. I just keep my story up here. I keep my mind on my story. The only thing that I do, I know how my story is going to end before I even start writing. So that's a great thing to do. You don't want to write first and then say, let me see how I'm going to end this. Because the ending can mess up your whole story. Start with the ending first. Mentally, start with the ending first. And then write your story leading to that particular ending you have in mind. And it will really help you out in terms of the story, where you can go and where you can't go with the story, because you know how it's going to end. My name is D-Revolution. Go to like and subscribe to my page. I've been a mentor to several authors. I've been studying storytelling for 30 years. Definitely like and subscribe to this page. I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of advice. I love talking about storytelling. I love writing and things like that. I am more of a, I'm more of a street writer. I'm not an English teacher, nothing like that. But I'm just one of those guys that love freedom of expression, that love expression and love telling stories and study stories, and I have been for 30 years. I'm the type of guy that will read an Iceberg Slim book, Donald Goins, and things like that, and be blown away at the expression of telling a story and the vivid expression.